Hi everyone, welcome to today's lesson. It's going to be a little bit on theory of music, and we're going to talk about the difference between the dominant seventh and diminished seventh. This is probably going to be useful if you are quite an advanced pianist, whether you are preparing for grades and you have to play dominant seventh in certain key signatures and diminished seventh, or you're past grade 8 level and you're working on quite a large repertoire. It will be very nice if you are able to identify those harmonies in your pieces, analyze them, because they're usually part of modulations and transitions to different sections. So it's really useful to know what the difference is. So I'll show you how to build them, how to construct them, what the difference is, and we're going to look at some examples using maybe simple key signatures so it's easier to understand at first. So let's have a look at this. First of all, what is the difference between the two chords is the fact that the dominant seventh belongs to a key and diminished seventh can be built from any note, so it doesn't actually have a tonality. And maybe we'll start with the diminished seventh just because it's the easiest to understand. And the structure of diminished seventh is basically a stack of minor thirds. What is the minor third? Is an interval which has 3 semitones between the two notes. So if we want to build a minor third from C, is 1, 2, 3. The next note is E flat, and diminished seventh is where you will stack 4 of those minor thirds on top of each other. So the next one is 1, 2, 3, G flat or F sharp, and 1, 2, 3, it's A, and that is the diminished seventh from C. And then obviously you just repeat it across all octaves if you want to play it for more than one octave. Let's try another one. Maybe let's go from a black key. Why don't we try from a G sharp? So G sharp is the first note, 1, 2, 3. B is the next note, 1, 2, 3. D, and 3 more semitones, 1, 2, 3, F. So G sharp, B, D, and F. And that never changes. So that is how easy it is to build a diminished seventh from any note. Let's just try one more, maybe from E. E, then 3 semitones, 1, 2, 3, G, 1, 2, 3, B flat, 1, 2, 3, D flat, or C sharp. It also does not matter really how you name the notes because it's not part of any tonality. Now the dominant seventh belongs to a key, so you need to have a tonality first to be able to build it. But one good thing is that it is the same dominant seventh that will be in the major and the equivalent minor key. So let's say C major and C minor, although they're not related, they will have the same dominant seventh chord. Now the meaning of the word dominant is something that is based on the 5th note of the scale. So the easiest will be to, let's take C major as an example. The 5th note is G, so the dominant seventh will be based on the 5th note, and then you structure it by playing every other note on top of that G, following the scale. So G is the first note, then we're missing A, the next is B, missing C, next is D, and missing E, and the next is F. Now you might have a question, well, why is it the same as C minor? Because C minor has 3 flats as part of the key signature. But if you remember minor scales, whether they're harmonic or melodic, they have the 7th note raised. You hardly ever will find in its natural form, so all minor keys are either melodic or harmonic, whether you see them in pieces or you play them as scales. So that B natural is actually also part of C minor, and that's why the structure is the same. It's just the resolution is either into a minor key or to a major key. Let's try another one, maybe with a bit more flats or sharps, because you will have to include flats or sharps that are part of that particular key signature. Let's maybe try B flat major. So in B flat major you have 2 flats, B and E. The 5th note, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is F. So now every other note of the key, and it is F, A, C, and E flat. And again, it will be exactly the same in B flat minor, although although B flat minor has 5 flats, A is still natural because of the harmonic variety, and therefore the notes will be exactly identical. Let's try a really hard one from maybe F sharp major. F sharp major has 6 sharps. The fifth note, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is C sharp, and then one note missing. The next one is E sharp, next one is G sharp, and the last one is B. And that is the dominant seventh of F sharp major. Now, when you do theory exam or when you do any papers where you have to actually build the dominant seventh, you do have to name it correctly. So this cannot be featuring as an F natural because it isn't. It is an E sharp because we are building dominant seventh in the key of F sharp. Usually you will see it actually at the back of your scales book in the key of F sharp, and that's because it's both F sharp major and F sharp minor. So the names of the notes in this case would be C sharp, E sharp, G sharp,